What's up, everybody? How's it going? Seeing if any of you guys are here at the moment. I've never done a stream like this before, so welcome in. We're gonna just kind of mess around. I've got some new tech, so to speak, to kind of test out. So what we'll do here while we're here, I've got Draft Networks mock draft machine. I've got Pro Football Network's mock draft machine. We're going to play with each one of them. What we can do is I'll go through, seeing as I'm a Lions fan, I'll do a 7-round mock for the Lions. If you drop your team in the chat, questions in the chat, I'll do a mock for them. We'll work out some trades. Just kind of want to do something different and see how this works because I've never done a stream before. So we can start with the Lions, I guess. Just a second. Still getting used to how to use this stuff. I've got a monitor over here. My laptop's right here. Microphone right here. Probably not an ideal setup, but we will make it work. Pop out this chat here. So I don't have to look at my stupid dumb face. One very important thing. Need a beverage. It's a Duffman beer koozie. I got it when I was at Universal for Citrus Bowl week. It rules. I love it. Let's do Draft Network first. So exit out of this. That was a test run from earlier. Start a mock draft. I'm going to pull the chat up here. All right, so let's do the Lions. We'll use their predictive board, I guess. All right, we're ready to roll. All right, so first two picks right off the bat, not all that surprising. Joe Burrow, Chase Young. What do the Lions do here? I know a lot of you guys want them to take Tua. At this point, I'm kind of rooting for them to take Tua because I don't think the people making the decisions for this draft will be here next year. And if you're going to start over and do a rebuild, you're already going to have the hardest piece to get there at a quarterback. Who knows? I mean, the Lions are pretty good. I mean, they've been historically bad. But in the last 10 years or so, they've been pretty good at being mediocre enough to be out of the running to get elite players. And I think Tua is an elite player. So, but I'm going to make these picks based on what I think they're going to do. So you've got, to me, it kind of comes down to Jeff Okudah and Isaiah Simmons. Matt Patricia loves his chess pieces. He loves his linebackers. The thing with Isaiah Simmons is he's a guy where you're going to have to kind of know where you're going to put him. So I don't really trust them to do that. Can they use him as a safety? Can they use him as a rusher? 3's a little high for a cornerback, but I feel like Jeff Okudah, I feel like he's their guy. Whether it's at 3, whether they trade back for him. So we'll go with Jeff Okudah here in the first round. Let's see what some of these picks return for us here. Hey, Tim Curry's here. Welcome to the test stream, Tim. Let's take a look at what happened ahead of pick 35 here for the Lions. So I'm just going to go back through the first round. No surprises in the top 5. Tua goes to Miami. Justin Herbert, I don't get the hype on him, but I guess to the Chargers. I think this is a little high for C.J. Henderson. I'm not going to lie. But hey, it is what it is. I didn't make any of these picks. CeeDee Lamb and Kyle Shanahan's offense is awesome to think about. Jedrick Wills at 14 is a steal for Tom Brady. All these look pretty good so far. Christian Fulton to Minnesota. Cesar Ruiz, there's our guy, our Michigan guy, going to another Harbaugh in Baltimore. I dig that. I think that's a little high for Brandon Ayuk in Green Bay. But DeAndre Swift at number 32, I dig that a lot. Dude reminds me a lot of Dalvin Cook. And if you're the Colts here, one pick ahead of the Lions, it's pretty advantageous to get your quarterback of the future when you also have Phillip Rivers on the roster already. So good thinking there. There's a fly here. So what to do with pick number 35? The Lions have been talking to running backs. They talk to everyone. So I'm not putting too much stock into that. I don't know if that's the pick here, though. I like Jonathan Taylor a lot. Fumbles might be a concern. This is the thing with both of these guys that I get worried about taking any running back this high is the wear and tear. Both J.K. Dobbins and Jonathan Taylor played a lot in college. So I feel like I don't know if I can do that here. Not if you're the Lions. I mean, you've got A.J. Epinesa on the board. Zach Bond is on the board. Neville Gallimore. Who else is on here? Ross Blacklock's a guy that I like. I don't know. A.J. Epinesa. I don't know. Anyone in the chat? Any suggestions? Man of the people here, after all. You went with your cornerback already. We went with Jeff Okudah at 3. I think we can get some good value on running backs here later on. I'm probably going defensive line here. And it's not quite according to what this board says. But I like Ross Blacklock a lot out of TCU. Anyone who's seen me doing Twitter mocks has seen him as a Lions pick quite a bit. So that's my pick there. As we look for our Michigan, J.K. Dobbins to Tampa Bay. I mean, if you're Tampa Bay, you walk out of this draft with Jedrick Wills at 14 and J.K. Dobbins halfway through the second round. I mean, you've got something there. So that's a lot of fun. All right. I thought I saw Josh Uche come off the board. Yep. Number 54 to Buffalo. Sean McDermott's a good coach. I dig that for them. Any other Michigan guys in here? Nope. All right. Let's see. Lions, 2 picks in the third round. I think this is where you might see them start looking skill player. I think you start to get a lot of good value here. Donovan Peoples-Jones is on the board. I know that they have watched him. He's a local guy. Still need edge rusher help. Still need a guard. I'm probably going... Third round's kind of the cutoff to me to where I know I can get a guy who's going to be a kick-ass wide receiver. Chase Claypool from Notre Dame rules. I love that guy. He kind of reminds me of Kenny Golladay, though, and the Lions already have a Kenny Golladay. As awesome it would be to clone him and have another one on the roster. I like Peoples-Jones here, not just because he's a Michigan guy. I believe the player comp I had for him when I did the Maize and Brew comparison was Marvin Jones, and Marvin Jones is a free agent after this year. So, again, this is a guy that can, still pretty raw, has a lot of work to do in some different areas, can be a kick returner. Let's go DPJ here. All right, we're back here in the third round. This is where I'm probably looking for someone on the trenches on either side of the ball with this pick. I don't see any running backs right off the top. People are going to be crying for them to go quarterback. Listen, if you don't go quarterback at 3, I don't see what the rush is to do that. Just seeing who's on the board here. I need a guard that can start at some point. Draft Network's really low on Ben Bredesen. Oh, they're not low on him. They're actually much higher on him. I like this little group here from 120. You know, they've got the guy from Wisconsin. I'm not even going to try to say his last name. I kind of like this foursome right here. So I think I can wait on those guys till round 4. So that's what I'm going to do. What are you working with edge rusher wise? Yeah, see, this is where if you're going to get a guy that's going to play for you on the edge, you kind of have to take him here soon. Or else you're looking at rotational guys. Oh. It's so weird because what they're going to do is they'll take a guy that's in a weird scheme. He's supposed to be a 6th or 7th round pick, but he's a scheme fit. We're not doing that here. I'm trying to fix them for the good. I like both Greenard and Taylor from Tennessee. I think Von's in the chat. How do the Lions F up their first 2 picks? We'll see. Show you here shortly. Let's go Greenard out of Florida. How's that sound? Sounds good to me. Jacob Eason to the Patriots. That's interesting. I just kind of assume that anything the Pats do is just going to work. It usually does. All right, so Lions are here. Pick 109. Need a guard here. This is my guard spot, I think. Or is it? I don't think they value the guard position that much. I really could see them going into next year with Joe Dahl and what's the guy that they just Kenny Wiggins. I could see them going into next year with that. They need a running back, and I think Zach Moss is a stud. I'm going Zach Moss here. We'll get Vaughn up to speed with the picks here in a second. All right, we're here in round 5. That's what we're working with here so far. I went Okuda at number 3, Ross Blacklock at number 35, DPJ at number 67, Greenard out of Florida at 85, and Zach Moss out of Utah. Now, this won't happen because 1, it makes too much sense, and 2, there's going to be a guy they fall in love with a small school that we haven't heard of. But at the same time, you go through and you look at this class, and I think that this is where the COVID stuff kind of hurts everything. I don't know if those small school guys really had much of a chance to show out this year. So that's what we're working with so far. I like those 5 at the moment. I think it's a nice blend of what their needs are. Let's look at our guards that are available. Ooh, yeah, we had a little bit of a run there, didn't we? Screw it. We'll ride the Michigan train. We'll take Mike Onwenu here. He's still raw. I think his best football's still ahead of him. Big dude that can move, too. I don't think he's someone that you'd lock into a scheme. I think he can play wherever. Oh, okay. So Draft Network says Lions need a safety, a linebacker, a quarterback, and an offensive tackle. I'm seeing a lot of safeties on the board here. Get out of there. My dog's just to the left of me here. Let's Vaughn ask what our QB situation looks like. Not great. That's their predictive board, which I don't know how they decide that here. Player rankings wise, I'm about 40 spots ahead of where the next QB is, so I don't know. I'm not going that route. Let's take a safety. And this dude's name is pretty awesome, so I like it here. Geno Stone. Sorry I keep itching my nose. Allergies, man. It's a really shitty time of the year to have seasonal allergies. Because of... Alright, we're back here in round 6, 182. Still need a linebacker, quarterback, offensive tackle. I'm not seeing a lot of that here. You know, it wouldn't be a Lions draft without a tight end. Let's see what we're working with. Colby Parkinson? Huh? Works for me. It's a 6th round. Who cares? Is that it? It might be. Oh, looks like we got one more. Linebacker, offensive tackle, quarterback. Can you see the type of draft it's going to be? There's going to be a lot of guys that you look at as good college players that are just... That's a good point. I wonder if Belichick said the same thing when they drafted Brady. It's the 6th round. Who cares? Probably exactly that. Don't give old Bill more credit than he deserves. There's nothing here. Yeah, I don't like any of this. Muhammad Berry's a good player. Let's see what the Draft Network says about him. Excellent burst sideline to sideline. Yeah, he seems like a freight train that's undisciplined and might have a penalty that costs you a game. Sounds like a Lion to me. Muhammad Berry's the pick. That's it. All right. Let's see the Michigan guys that we're taking here. Cesar Ruiz, round 1. Round 2, you had Josh Uche. Round 3, DPJ. Then a gap for a bit. Ben Bredesen, I think that would be the 5th round? 140 overall. Something I've been seeing in a lot of these Draft Network simulations is Mike Dana coming off the board late in the draft. That's not too bad. Took the Lions picks. See how I did. Jeff Okudah, Ross Blacklock, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Jonathan Greenard, Zach Moss, Mike Onwenu, Geno Stone, Colby Parkinson, Muhammad Berry. A lot of Big Ten flair here. I like this. This would be a good haul. Again, people kind of freak out about the idea of taking a cornerback third overall, but to me, if you have a guy, just take him. Like, just take your guy. If whoever it is, just take your guy. You need a kind of a foundational player there, and I know what the value chart says, but your needs are what they are. So usually people like to freak out after the first pick of the draft, but I like to see what the whole picture looks like first. And I think that this is a pretty darn good haul. You guys that are watching might not agree. I don't know, but okay, so that was Draft Network. I'm not going to stay here too long. It's already been like 20 minutes, but just testing stuff out here. So let's move into Pro Football Networks. Now, I like Pro Football Networks because it's not quite as sexy to look at, but you can trade picks. Now, you can trade picks in the Draft Network one, but you have to pay for that. It's like $9 a month or $10 a month or $30 for the year. Times are tough, fellas. I'm not paying any more than I need to pay. So we'll just do the first. Actually, I want to restart this really quick because I think I said I to do 7 rounds. Let's just do the first round. Select all. Round 1. Fast. All right. All right, so we know what these first 2 picks are going to be. Joe Burrow is going to the Bengals. That's a lock. Chase Young is going to the Redskins. I think that's a lock. If I'm not taking Tua here, I don't want to stay at number 3. So who are our two? We have our Tua teams. So I've totally lost my train of thought. I've had like 3 sips of this beer. You got the Chargers. You got the Dolphins. I don't see the Panthers moving up. The Raiders might do something silly. They've got 2 first-round picks. I don't think they need to. So let's just see the Lions want to slide back to 5, what they could get for it. I'm just going to do the first round because I don't know how much longer I'll be on here doing this. So got my Lions trade here. Get this ad out of the way. Dolphins. All right, so I'm the Lions here. I have pick number 3. I'm looking to move down to 5 because I want Jeff Okudah, but I think I could pick up an extra draft pick here. So let's see. Can I get 5 and to move up 2 spots? You're not going to get 18. I doubt you'll get 26, but let's see what happens. That's our pick. Declined. Darn. Okay. Back to the drawing board. It's annoying. You kind of have to go back this way and do it. All right, fine. I want 5 and 39. Your first pick in the second round? Huh? What do you think? You're getting Tua. This is your franchise quarterback. Declined. Now, I don't know what this is based on because I don't know if this necessarily matches what the trade chart says, but let's give it one more shot. I mean, to move back 2 spots, can I get 5 and 56? What do you think? Hey, all right. There we go. So 5 and 56, you move back 2 spots, you pick up a second round pick. It's not sexy, it's not the 2 first round picks, but I still make that move. So, and now I'm kind of mad that, let's do this. Let me restart it quickly. We'll go 2 rounds here, because now I'm curious what a 2-round haul would look like. We'll go 3. Tim says let's go 3. I ain't got nothing but time, my friend. Yeah, I want to do that, but I don't. This is why it's a test stream, everybody. I I just want to be the Lions. We want to go 3 rounds. And we'll go fast. All right. Joe Burrow, Chase Young. All right. We know what our trade was with Miami. So let's... Giving you 3. I want 5 and 56. This would give them 5 of the first 85 picks, which you gotta like that. All right, neat. Get this ad out of the way. Resume the draft. Miami takes Tua. All right, so we're kind of back to where we were before. Yeah, I'm going Okuda there. At number 5, absolutely. Oh, wow, that is moving fast. Let's see what we got here. Nothing too crazy up here. Ooh, Justin Herbert to the Jags. That's interesting. I got to give it to him. A lot of these look fairly realistic. So good on Pro Football Network. Good on the Draft Network. Looks good. All right, we're at 35 now. Again, we're the Lions. Looks a little bit different here, huh? Let's see who. Let's shake things up a little bit. We have 2 second round picks. I think we can get good value. Let's take Jonathan Taylor. Okay. I don't like their rankings quite as much as... This is just... You could tell who put a lot of work in. I'm not saying these people didn't put work into it, but I just don't really like this layout. Lloyd Cushenberry. Nope, I'm not doing that there. Oh, my guy is there on the board. Ross Blacklock. Hell yeah. Here we go. Resume draft. Let's see. Tim, can you see what other teams traded? I saw KC jump to the middle of the first round. Okay. They traded up to 18 and gave up 32 and a first rounder next year. That's a significant jump. And they took CJ Henderson. I don't know if I do that for him, but that's what they did. Looks like we had a trade up here from Dallas for CeeDee Lamb. Wow. Okay, now we're talking. This is the stuff I like to see. Draft Network, again, if you can't give it to me for free, I'm not all that interested. Okay. Any other trades? That was Kansas City here at 32. Nothing in the second round. There's our pick. Texans. Texans made a deal to move up into the second round for Jalen Johnson out of Utah. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Josh Jones from Houston will not be on the board in the third round. Hot take. What do I have so far? Got a cornerback, a defensive tackle, and a running back. Seeing what we're working with here. I think it's time for an offensive lineman, fellas. What do you think? Nothing I like here yet. Josh Jones. I mean, if Josh Jones is there. Yeah, screw it. Taylor Decker's a free agent. Let's go with Josh Jones. 85. You already know how I feel about DPJ, so we'll take him. So that's our 5-pick haul there. What do we think about that? I like that a lot. I could live with that. Again, you want an edge rusher, but I feel like they are just hell-bent on Frankensteining a pass rush instead of taking a guy that just gets there. I want to see the rest of that third round. Any Michigan guys? Nah, nothing too sexy. All right, well, that was fun. We've been here for about a half hour. I think I'm going to close it out because I think I've tested what I need to test here. So appreciate you guys coming over, hanging out for a bit, testing mock drafts, looking mock draft stuff. Yeah, take care of yourselves. We'll talk soon.